Fact: everyone suffers from acne. Although 85% of the Earth's population has suffered from acne once in their life, most still don't know how it's formed, what causes it, and how to treat it. So this is how a pimple is formed. You have the outer layer, which is the skin. Underneath, the water bottle represents a hair follicle. The vinegar represents dead skin cells and Propionibacterium acnes. In the balloon, there's baking soda, which represents oils, which when they trap the hair follicle, water cannot get in or out to clean it out. So all the dead skin cells and the bacteria trapped inside creates an infection. There's a lot of inflammation, swelling, in which you go to your dermatologist next to get treatment. They will either give you some medicine or they'll just treat it. A blackhead is formed when oil and dead skin cells collect in a comedo without skin covering the top. The melanin in the dead skin cells oxidize, causing the comedo to look black. A whitehead is when dead skin cells and oil collects into a comedo with skin on top of it, causing a small infection. And when the infection is very deep within the hair follicle, it creates a cyst. Here are 3 ways to get rid of and prevent acne. First, you need to regulate your insulin level. When you consume a lot of sugar, it increases your insulin levels, which also increases IGF-1. IGF-1 is a chemical produced naturally in our body. It increases skin cell growth, meaning more dead skin cells that can clog the hair follicle. Benzoyl peroxide is another way that you can prevent acne. Benzoyl peroxide kills the Propionibacterium acnes. It also is a lipophilic, means it dissolves oils. Dissolving the oil results in less buildup on top of the hair follicles. Lastly, salicylic acid is an over-the-counter treatment that is best suited for sensitive skin. It loosens and removes the outer layer of the skin so the hair follicles can be unclogged. My article relates to the chemistry around lipids and their inability to dissolve in water. It is the whole basis of why pimples are formed. Because the lipids cover the hair follicle, no water is able to get in or out, so it is not able to be cleaned out. This causes buildup and an infection. My article relates to people who produce Propionibacterium acnes, which is almost everyone. Many people suffer from acne every day and still don't know the science behind how it's formed and what's causing it, or what chemicals they can use to prevent their future acne. The main topic that we studied that relates to my article is liquids and solids. We learned that lipids do not dissolve in water because lipids are nonpolar and water is polar, and like does not dissolve like. Cosmetic chemists and skincare brands would be much interested in my article. When they make their skin products, they should make sure that it does not cause any additional acne. Thus, they should be interested in what causes acne and what chemicals help to prevent it. Causing an infection. It will cause inflammation in the skin to rise up, and then which you would go to your dermatologist to get it treated. It's okay. You're fine. It's okay. You're fine. I'm not mad at all. And propionibacterium. Underneath you have the water bottle, which is going to be the hair follicle. Underneath the water bottle is going to represent hair follicle. Hair follicle. Hair follicle. Bottle is going to represent hair follicle. This is how a pimple is formed. The outer layer, the skin. The hair follicle, while there's dead skin cells and Propionibacterium. So this is how a pimple is formed. The water bottle represents a hair follicle. The The vinegar is dead skin cells. Dead skin cells. So this is how a pimple is formed. The outer layer. The vinegar represents dead skin cells. Dead skin cells are